Hello again, everyone. Hey, today I want to show you something I've been collecting, and it's a action car where it has movement, no sound, and these are made by MTH, Mike Toy Trains, and it's HO scale, and it's based on the Lionel car. Now Lionel makes this in O scale, still make it. There's all varieties, and what this is, there's little scenes inside on a roller. On the bottom, you have an on-off switch. And when you put these on the track, it lights up and little scene goes moving around. And there's, as far as I know, there's 14 of these made. 14 paint schemes. I have 11. Still looking for those last 3. And, it's pretty hard to find something that was out of production for, I think we're close to 10 years now, maybe? Somewhere around there. But, I don't know. I think this was really cool. And as far as I know, Mike Toy Train sold all the HO tooling to Scale Trains. So I assume Scale Trains has all the tooling for these, but this is not something that I don't think Scale Trains would be interested in producing. So I kind of wonder where the molding is, if they still have it. And the only company I think that would be interested in actually making these again would be Lionel itself, but who knows. So anyways, we'll take these all in the box. We'll take a closer look at them, and then we'll put them on the track so you can see what they look like lit up and the thing moving. Now, the one thing about these cars is that it's a thin plastic film, like with a image printed on them. Some work beautifully. Others, they get kind of snagged and held up. So you got to pop the shell off and loosen up. And I don't know if it's because they just sit around and it kind of just takes the shape, the oval shape inside. Kind of the plastic kind of stays that way. It's a pretty flexible plastic, but I'll show you what I mean, because I'm sure we'll come across a car that doesn't move and I'll have to take the shell off. All right, so let's take them all in the box and take a closer look. All right, all the ones I have are out of the package. And what's interesting is there tends to be 2 kinds of clear inserts, the windows. On your aquarium type cars, ones that will have any kind of fish, I have the sharks, tropical fish, and bass. They have that wavy pattern. So when it's lit up, it kind of gives you that underwater kind of vibe. But do not let cars stand still. This is a largemouth bass transport car. Now that little port window on both ends, just like the O scale. You brake wheel. Here you can see the bottom a little more. You got the on-off switch. So you can run these with the, you turn them off, there's no lights or movement. That's the bass one. Then we have the Poseidon one with sharks in it. Like I said, they all have that little window. And both sides are the same. And then we have the tropical fish transport. I think isn't that like a diver's flag? I think that little red, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe somebody knows. And all of them have the same identical bottom, with that on-off switch. Then they did 2 M&M cars. One, you have the M&M characters, and they're just like floating M&Ms. You'll see when I turn it on. Now, hopefully these all kind of work well, because I don't really feel like taking them all apart. I mean, they pop off the shell to get to, the scene to move. And this has the little M guys in a hand car going around. I didn't show that one very well, but milk chocolate candies. And then they made 2 beer. Here's your Budweiser with the Clydesdales that goes around. And I just got this, I can't remember the hobby shop. They had this in stock. It's the only ones I ever found in stock was this one and the Coors, which I'll show you next. Then we have the Coors. And I'm pretty sure this is the most chromy, shiny car I have. Look at that thing. Put that in the sun, it'll blind you. And then Mike Toy Trains did one to celebrate their 30th anniversary. So it has pictures of some of their models in there that goes around. What's that say? Thank you for 30 years of continued customer loyalty. Was that 2010? So yeah, these are, what, we got 15 years old. So yeah, it's hard to find these. Like I said, I think I've only bought one at a train show, and all the rest I found on eBay. Then they did 2 Lionel cars. You got the traditional Lionel orange and blue with some trains going around. It's kind of interesting. Mike Toy Trains would make stuff with Lionel's name on it because they were, you know, they were a competitor. But it seems like they did a lot of Lionel O-scale stuff or similar molds. And then they did this cream color with a blue roof Lionel car. And finally, the first one I ever got was this car. The Harley Davidson. You got guys on motorcycles going around. What's that say up there? I can't read the fine print, but whatever. But, you know, obviously these are all the same old, but like I said, the Korean ones had that wavy look and all the rest have the smooth glass. And the 3 I don't have, I'll show you at the end of the video. I got pictures off the Mike Toy Trains website. All right, so let's put these on the track and see what they look like lit up and moving. All right, first up is the Harley car. And as you can see, let me turn the light off here. Let's see how this looks. You can see, I think there's like 2 lights inside. You can see a little film piece going by. So pretty cool. All right, we have the Budweiser car. This one's a little, I don't know, a little slow. I think it's working the motor pretty well. But I just want to give you an idea, you know, how these look in action. Actually, if I cover the light, you see it lights up quite a bit. And these do work on DCC and DC. Obviously with DC, you have to turn up the voltage on the throttle. All right, then we have the Coors Express on the one of the shiniest cars around. It's like a mirror. You can see me behind here. It's pretty cool. I just love these things. Then we have the M&M car. That's pretty cool. That really looks like they're floating as they go by. And so far I've got lucky. So far all of them have worked as I put them on the tracks. This is nice. Makes for making this video a lot easier. There's the 2 little guys going by. And we have the other M&M's car. Little guys on the hand car. And these do, you know, you can run your layout as long as you have perfect contact. It does flicker a little bit. And before anybody says anything, like, can you put them all on the track at once? I've tried that and it tends to kind of overload my NCE throttle a little bit. Guess I need a booster. Alright, we got the cream color Lionel trains. And this looks like actually tin plates. The old Lionel tin plate pieces in there. And yeah, it does quite have a good motor whine to them. I'm not sure how big the motors are because it's all kind of inside if you take the shell off. And the orange Lionel, which has more traditional, you know, O-scale Lionel pieces inside. That one's pretty cool, or noisy, huh? Okay, the last 4 are not moving the scene. You can just hear it. The motor's trying, so we're going to take the shell off and get to move. All right, so I took the shell off, and you just kind of, there we go. You can hear it kind of stick. The shell just snaps back on. Now it's getting stuck. There we go. So you can see with that wavy glass pattern, you get more of that underwater feel. This one's stuck too. So what you do is you just take it and you pry. You take your hand, you pull the body out a little bit. It just has tabs, just to click in. And on the other side, see? I don't want to do that in camera because I can't see the camera, but let's stick. Oh, yeah, see, it's a really thin, it's a flexible film, and it gets stuck on the rollers. We'll take a closer look at the internal pieces after I show you how they all look moving. Or, so we snap that back on, and you got your sharks. Got your tropical fish. Once again, it has that wavy glass, so it looks like they're, in water. And the motor sound actually, after a while, does get kind of annoying. Non-stop. And finally, we have the Mike's Toy Train 30th anniversary, and it got stuck. So yeah, these require a little patience, but you saw it going by. See if I can get this shell off quick. Come on. Sometimes it actually sticks to the background. Notice this one has more trouble than the rest. I just need to run them and get that plastic, so it's not, because I think when it sits, the plastic tends to keep its shape, it's bent. Come on. Well, anyways, you get the idea. All right, so here's just a quick pan of all of my track. I know someone's gonna say, can we see them all driving together? Well, I had to turn them all off because you put more than 3 of these on my track and it resets the controller. And even putting these on the track all together, there's a lot of resistance because of the contacts. And I really don't want to risk putting an engine on here and doing something weird and frying that decoder or whatever. Okay, so I'll do a one run by with one car, just so you can see it in action, moving and going down the line. All right, so let me show you what's inside one of these cars. So we'll take the shell off. Shell just has the window inserts. And you have your whatever color background. Some are clear, some have, this is blue. You have your rollers. You can see the boards in there. And I don't believe this uses LEDs because it says you can get bulb replacement at a, qualified MTH dealership. But there's the rollers, and the rollers have a little bit of, like grip. You can see the seam where like I said, it's like a thin plastic, and this one does not run very well. But I wonder if I should, like I said, if I should run this more so that, because I think when this sits, maybe it just starts to take on the curve. The plastic gets a little stiff. So maybe it needs to be, used to keep the plastic, not taking on a shape. But yeah, that's the inside. Pretty simple. And they're not the most free rolling because it has the contacts in there. So they don't spin very well. So when you have a whole line of these, I tried doing a whole line and my engine didn't like pulling these things. But anyways, I still think they're really cool. Now I just want to show you real quick, there was a lot of variation in packaging. Now they did do a Lionel box for the Lionel car. You have the Harley Davidson box for the Harley Davidson car. What's kind of interesting here is the M&M car, the one is just kind of like a Mike Toy Train standard box. But then the other one Comes in an M&M box, excuse me. And then you had your special Coors Silver Bullet packaging. A different type of, like, more like a more modern MTH packaging. Same with this one, with the Bass cart. And then you have the special Budweiser box. And then my one car that the MTH 30th anniversary came in was this blue box. So it's kind of interesting how the variations on the boxes. I don't know what the last three look like that I don't have. I hope you enjoyed looking at these cars. They're very unique, and I kind of wish they're still in production. I kind of wish somebody could upgrade the mechanism stuff so they run smoother and they don't get stuck and stuff. But still, I really like these. They're just, you know me, I like the weird stuff. But I'm gonna search those last three, and like I said, I'll show you stills of those at the end of the video from the Mike Toy Trains website. And like I said, I don't know if there's more than 14 paint schemes. If anybody knows anything more about these, or if there's any, maybe some special paint scheme out there that I'm unaware of, let me know in the comments. I'd love to, learn more about these things. So, all right, guys, as always, you know the deal. Where you see me, hey, you're going to see some crazy trains, some really prototypical trains, cheap trains, expensive trains. Hey, if it's anything to do with trains or railroads, I'm there. All right, guys, take care.